What's up, everybody? We're back here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming this weekend. This is another mastermind. This is with my first group of the We Are the They members. We like to push the guys past their comfort zones. What is everybody's biggest fear? Public speaking. And because of that, I'm making each one of the guys get up and give a 9-minute TED Talk. But in addition to that, we're gonna go whitewater rafting. We're gonna have a little Dutch oven cowboy cookout. But we're also, and you're gonna have to stay tuned to see what I mean. You're trying to simulate the experience of giving a talk. A lot of people, this is the first time they're going to talk, maybe ever or in a long time. So I'm going to ask everybody during the speakers, we'll do probably 3, and then we'll take a quick break, 3, take a quick break. So during the speakers, if at all possible, I need you to stay in your chairs, stay off your phones. This isn't talks where you need to be taking notes. No talking. Like, we really want to create an atmosphere where everybody feels comfortable. Stay in these seats here so that they're looking at an audience. I want people to get the experience of speaking in front of everybody, okay? So we just got done with the first 12 speakers. It was a super emotional night. I wasn't really prepared for that, to be honest. You never know where people are gonna go with their speeches, but I knew it was gonna be special. I left the topic very vague on purpose because I knew people, when you tell people you have 9 minutes to share whatever message you want to, they're gonna talk about something emotional, spiritual, something that they just know or have knowledge of that's pretty cool, or something that they're very passionate about. And when you have one of those 4 themes of a speech, you know it's going to be good. A couple of guys got super vulnerable. A lot of tears were shed. A lot of guys talked about their journey that they've been on. I think a theme that came out a lot was how important it is to stay close to your family and not to forget about your family. Tonight, the guys are just hanging out. Like I said, it was a pretty emotional night, so I kind of gave them the rest of the night off to just hang out, relax, go hit the hot tub. And tomorrow, we're gonna start the day getting into nature, go on a hike, spend 3 hours just being out there in the mountains, relaxing. We're gonna go visit a place called Mesa Falls, and then we're gonna come back and do some more speeches. And they got a little extra something planned for tomorrow night. We're gonna poison the guys, a little thing called Kambo, and see how that all plays out.
Yeah. Kambo.
Good morning, Jeffrey. How are you, bud?
I'm good. Curious. Let's try it out, Jeffrey. That all goes in. Actually, pancake, but yeah.
We gotta catch Jimmy. Do something fun.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody jump now. Everybody back up just a little bit.
Oh, I live like this. Other than this group. We are the day!
Spent the last 20 minutes sitting here just kind of taking this all in. One of the things that I've really focused on this year is spending time in silence, spending time in nature. One of the reasons I wanted to do this mastermind at this location was just to be up here in the mountains. So this morning we went for a little nature walk, just being out there, being in nature, being in the woods. There's something to that. There's something that I think that's where we can find God, probably the easiest place anytime we want. And so now we're gonna go in, we're gonna got a couple more hours of speeches from the guys, but I wanna just start the day off right, be outside, kind of get that feel first before we sit and listen for multiple hours inside of a house. All right, anybody have any questions? Anybody want to share anything that they took away from yesterday? So 1 or 2 quick shares to kind of set the container here before we bring the speakers up.
I just wanted to say thank you to you for being vulnerable, and I still have a lot of work to do.
That was just really cool, like, connection that I made yesterday is, authenticity drives that unfulfillment.
Rebounding, you can only take 3-point shots.
Oh, good night, Christian.
Driven 5 hours, you guys, to do this for us. Came up just to hold this space for us, this sacred space.
So Kambo, if you're not familiar with it, is a secretion from a frog.
It's actually the large monkey frog, the Phalaenopus bicolor Amazonian tree frog that we've been able to procure from the indigenous people and then serve people.
Got done doing Kambo. Pretty intense experience. It's one of the most alive experiences I think you can legally have as a person. It's a frog poison that essentially is a cleanse. It has a lot of peptides and different things, a lot of different health benefits. And it was really cool to watch the different guys go through it. As much as anything, it makes you very uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. I've done it 4 or 5 times. You put these little burn marks on your arm, you apply the medicine, and then it just gives you this experience and you purge in different ways. It was really cool to watch all the guys. My favorite part about doing it is the sunset, the view that we had, and just watching the guys holding space for each other. Every single guy sitting there, taking care of each other, loving on each other, just making sure that the dudes knew that they had people there to hold that space for them. Was really beautiful. So overall, I couldn't have been happier with the exercise. The guys treated it with the sacredness that it deserves. And I think a lot of people will end up having big breakthroughs. A lot of them come days or weeks later from this experience.
Suited.
Yeah, man.
Let's go, boys. 360, huh? Impressive.
We are the day!
Made it out, son. Made it. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's not that.
Watch your hips on the trailer. Asked for tall people, so we're over here just doing
Walking with swaggers on.
Gotcha. Who's got briskets?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's try this, baby. See, I'll let you know.
Oh, you look ready.
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
No pressure. No pressure.
Wing it back on the white. You gotta edit that. Into his one.
Laid it all on my roof.
Okay, I got you.
I showed up in boots. The black tie affair. Last one to know. Last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise, the fear in his eyes. Big man.
Is that a corner blitz from Hector? Weber State.
Just wrapped up all of the speeches. Each guy had an opportunity to do a 9-minute TED Talk, and several of them got really deep. This was, I think, an opportunity as much as anything what it turned into as an opportunity for people to show themselves, the vulnerable side that a lot of them hadn't been able to before, and it was really an opportunity to be seen. It was such a beautiful space. It was deep, went really heavy in a couple places, but overall, it was actually something that I needed too. There was a couple speeches in particular, because you do all this work and you put all these events together and you have the group, and sometimes I don't really see the impact that it really makes. There's 2 speeches in particular. One of the guys in our group named Tyson shared a story about when he was 15 years old. He just playing a prank called in a fake bomb and to a school in California, like a stupid prank, and there wasn't one adult in the room, not one person that took care of this guy, that stepped up. And long story short, the cops ended up coming, he got suspended from school. Not one person in the police department saw that this kid was 15, and it was just a stupid thing that he did. Not one of the adults, all of his friends ostracized him, their parents wouldn't let him come over, had no friends to hang out with, and he said he got suicidal 3 different times. He considered killing himself, and he got super emotional, and he said something that I didn't even know. He's been in my program for almost 2 years and I had no idea, but the reason he found the program is he said that during his darkest times, he said he was on the page on Instagram, the finding page, search page, and he saw a podcast I did with a guy named Kyle Van Noy, a friend of mine that played football for the Patriots. And he listened to the podcast and he loved it. And he said for the next couple, 6, 12 months, every time he'd start getting depressed or start going to that bad place, he would go for a walk or a bike ride. He'd put one of my podcasts on. And he said, I've listened to every one of your podcasts. I have 500 episodes. And he's getting super emotional. I had no idea that that's how he found me in this program. And it was really beautiful for him to be able to share that in the exact opposite of what happened last time when he was exposed for doing this thing. Not one adult in the room, not one person was able to step up and actually help him out. And so this time, after he spoke and exposed himself and let everyone know his little dirty secret, every single guy took a turn, giving him a hug and loving him and just showing him how it looks to have adults in the room that actually know how to love another human being. And so it was really beautiful. He's such a pivotal role in this. He said that when he started the program, he had like 40 grand to his name he'd saved up, and he dropped, 15,000 for that year one just to be a part of it. And it really touched me, and it really helped me to see just the impact that a lot of these things have, like the podcast and the program. Another guy that shared was Steve O'Donnell. And one of the things that he shared that I thought was beautiful is he hadn't seen his daughter in 5 years. Long story short, he had not been the best dad for a long time. 9 months ago, me and him had a really tough conversation. He called me at 11:30 at night, and he was kind of playing victim, kind of doing some things that weren't ideal. And in that space, I got pretty serious, and I yelled at him a little bit and told him that he needed to be a better person. After that, he said that he started making those changes. And 2 months ago, he shared a picture. We all got to share one picture and what it meant to us. And he shared a picture of him holding his daughter's hand. And 2 months ago, he got to see her for the first time in 5 years. And now he has a beautiful co-parenting relationship. Those are the stories that when I'm tired, when I've had a full weekend, when I'm about spent with all of this, that keep me going and that motivate me. And it's just a really beautiful thing. We had over 40 stories like that on the weekend. Every single guy shared a lot of the breakthroughs they had, and it was beautiful to watch. So it was one of my favorite weekends we've ever had since I started this program. It just was really special.